Hello and welcome to the fourth installment of Eastern Ahead, Eastern Kentucky University's initiative to augment advising and improve the university's retention efforts. In the previous screencast, I showed you how to develop a list of your advisees and provided an overview of what that list looks like. In this screencast, I will show you how to develop a different sort of list and explain why lists of students beyond advisees just might benefit you, your students, and the university. First, I will log into the Student Success Collaborative through the university's homepage. Remember that this login is your central authentication login, the same as when you sign onto your computer, not the one you use to enter EKU Direct. Once I've logged in, then I'll see my Student Success Collaborative main page with the Students tab already displayed. My advising list is available. That's the one I made in that previous screencast. And in just a couple of minutes, I'm going to add other lists to it. Before we do that, though, here's why those lists matter. Broadly speaking, advising relies on the fact that we're all in this together. To meet students' needs, to retain them and help them reach their goals, we have to have dedicated individuals from all across the university pulling in the same direction. As you well know, every student is different. Some respond to every email from their advisor. They take each class they're supposed to take just when they're supposed to take it, and they graduate on time, well prepared for whatever they choose to do next. Then there are those other students, the ones who ignore emails from advisors, the ones who putter along as eternal kernels, and the ones who somehow, semester after semester, have a grandmother whose life-threatening illness flares up every single time a paper is due or a test is scheduled. The fact of the matter is, students respond differently to different influences. That's why the broad role of advising is not literally limited to advisors. And that's why advisors aren't limited to advising, again in that broad sense, just the students on their list of advisees. So here's how we can help each other and the students that we all share. As you did in your advising list, click Create a List, or click the plus sign next to Lists. This time, select the very first option, Courses, and enter the name of one of your current classes in the box asking for course code. I'll enter ENG 303, English 303, a class I'm teaching this semester. You'll notice that the box is not case sensitive, but also that there is no space between the course prefix and the course number. After selecting English 303, I have more options. I want a list of only this semester's students. So I'm setting the limits of Spring 17 and Spring 17. Stopping there will show me all sections of the course, but I'm interested in my section only. So I'll click on the More button and select the CRN assigned to my section. I'll then click the Apply button at the very bottom of the page, and the students in this semester's class will appear, sometimes eventually, depending on your internet speed. I can then choose to give this list a unique name, and I'll call it ENG 303 Spring 17, and click Save List. I can do the same thing with any or all of the classes I teach. I'll do another one to show you again. I'm going to go to Lists. I'm going to create a new list. I'm going to choose Courses. Remember that it is not case sensitive, and there is no space between the three-letter prefix and the course number. I've entered English 210. I have 210 and also 210W. I teach a 210W section this semester, and so I'm going to again choose this semester as these limits, and I'm going to choose the CRN. I know that this CRN is down here in the list. And there it is. And then I will click Apply. And that will give me the list of my English 210 W class that I want to save as well. And so then if I go back to my lists, I now have my advising list. I also have the list for two different courses, English 210W and English 303. One more thing. By selecting different parameters, I can form different lists as well. For example, I'm the coordinator of the university's General Studies program, so I like to keep an eye on how General Studies students are doing. One way to do this is to use the Student Success Collaborative to choose the degree. In this case, Bachelor of Arts. Then I'll go down to the major, and I'll choose General Studies. And then, to keep this list current, I'll go down to Term Enrollment and choose Currently Enrolled. Then I'll click Apply, and I have a list of all students who are currently declared as General Studies majors. I can save this list also. And when I go to my lists, it will say More there, and I can see that list as well. Finally, I'm also the coordinator for one other degree, and that is the Associate of General Studies. I can select the major, but I don't need to because it's a bunch of Associate of General Studies concentrations, so that won't gain me anything necessarily. But I can go to Term Enrollment, choose Currently Enrolled, and Apply, and I will have my list of Associate of General Studies majors. I can save that list, and then when I look at my lists, I have both the degrees that I am coordinating and the classes that I am teaching. As you can see, finally, when you click on this list button, there are a lot of other parameters to choose from. Ways to narrow your list, ways to monitor the progress of certain student populations. Imagine a scenario where you see something in the Student Success Collaborative and positively intervene with a student in one of your classes, whether or not he or she is your advisee or is even majoring in your program. Maybe it's just somebody you've built a relationship with in that class. We have the chance to reinforce the work that we're doing as advisors all across the university. We have the chance to support students in making the progress that they want to make. And we have the chance to help the university retain these students that we've already proven we're invested in.